hope you're sitting down for today's video because it is absolutely bonkers. The level of which these modders go to just absolutely blows my mind. Today we are taking a look at Crusader Wars, which allows you to play massive Total War battles from Total War Atillia inside of Crusader Kings 3. And I'm not going to speak for you guys, but growing up, that was my absolute dream. This mod even goes as far to utilize Medieval Kingdoms 1212 AD for the later periods of Crusader Kings 3, giving you the option of utilizing just even more insane unit types, armors, and variations. I mean, honestly, what more could you want? Okay, so now we're in game. Let me show you exactly how this works. This is obviously assuming you've got it all set up, and again, I'll make sure I link the Discord down below in the description along with the Steam profile so you guys can see the steps you need to actually get this working. It was really simple though, and no hassle whatsoever. You do have to make sure that you are currently commanding an army, so it has to be your main character commanding the forces, and then basically you get into any battle. We're currently playing in 1066 as Harold Godwinson is about to fight the Duke William of Normandy, and right here you can see that we got two new icons. We've got the fight battle icon yourself, and we also have this really snazzy button right here where you can basically optimize the settings. Maybe I want to go ahead and scale down the battles because my computer isn't as good as maybe other computers are, and I want to have a smaller battle which will better represent the engagement. You can do exactly that. You can set the maximum amount of troops, you can set up the scale, you can also change up the unit size inside. So for example, if I wanted levy units to be absolutely massive, but I wanted more of the elite units like the melee men-at-arms units to be much smaller, I could definitely do that. We're just going to leave it on default, and then you can also find a bit more about the mod and everything else. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click the fight battle, and again, I'm not going to do anything outside of just let it play. I'm not going to cut this so you guys can see the transition, and boom, just like that, it's gone ahead and opened up Total War Atillia. Then all you have to do is go to the mod menu, to go to the activated to the top, and you can see I've got on all of 1212 AD. These units are going to actually go ahead and take up the units in the game. So when the mod itself is looking to, correlate what unit is what, it's going to use 1212 units, which is awesome, gives us so much more variety, and it's just very cool. And then I also have the Crusader pack right here, which needs to be turned on. I'm then going to go ahead and click play and play once again, and also I'll take this moment to complain about CA's awful mod manager. The fact that you can't even search, you can't even go ahead and maximize it is absolutely disgusting. And well, not quite disgusting, that's probably a bit too of an extreme word, but it's just very frustrating. Anyway, then all you have to do is go over to where the historical battles would normally be, and right here it says Crusader Wars. It kind of replaces it. Click that, find the battle itself, and you can choose your difficulty and then click start battle. Again, not going to be cutting this because I want you guys to see it, and you can right off the bat see exactly what is going down. My forces have been represented here, and so has the enemy army. You can see that the Duke William has some of his very elite dismounted French knights. I have some Huskell units here and some better infantry, and boom, there we go. We are now in the battle. My knights are also represented as well, so I believe this unit of King's Bodyguard is represented of all of my knights in the battle. And then of course I have my main general, which is going to be my character, and the king, who again just looks absolutely amazing. This is why it's so awesome the mod is using these custom assets. My levies are going to be represented in the Spear Militia and also into the Gotland Peasant Militia as well, so that's what these guys are going to be. And then as well as that, we also have some archers, and then finally we also have some Huskalls. These are going to be my men-at-arms, my more elite units. Now again, I said this for the Bannerlord mod as well. I think it would be really cool if there was an option inside of CK3 to go ahead and determine what your levies are based up of, whether it's a slider or something. Basically give us the option to go ahead and say, okay, I want this much percentage of my levies to be missiles, this much to be spear infantry, this much to be light cavalry. Like, giving you that option would be a really cool way of doing it. As we progress this battle as well, you can also see that some units are a lot smaller. So these are Gotland Peasant Militia. There's not as many of them in the unit compared to our bigger bulky ones. Same with the spear ones, same with the Huskalls as well. Depending on how many we actually have in the battle, that's going to kind of represent and follow over in these larger scale battles. And my god, oh, it just looks so good. You can also as well obviously see that the French army is also represented, so they have some of their men-at-arms right here with dismounted French chevaliers. They also have a lot of their own peasant militia and levy units, nothing too special, and obviously the Duke himself is back there. So our forces are going to clash really quickly. I have just sent everybody forward. It doesn't really matter who wins this battle, but hopefully my hostiles can do some decent damage. I can utilize my cavalry to probably win this one, not without too much hassle. You can really see as well in the battle itself. I've been fighting for about 5 minutes now, and the elite men-at-arms really act like that. So being able to upkeep them on the CK3 campaign map is going to be so important. These French dismounted chevaliers have been holding the line, 170 kills on them, saving my Huskels over on this left-hand side as well. These guys have an absolutely insane amount of damage down on these soldiers and will continue to do so. Okay, we finally managed to win that battle. It was actually relatively close. These Chevaliers did so much damage. They up to 350 kills, which is pretty insane. But we were able to actually claim victory there. That was a Pyrrhic victory, which I'm happy with. And a fairly decent battle as well. You can see our general did a lot of damage. I think I actually lost both my generals because I was just messing around with it. But you can see the losses. So we both lost over 1,000 men. There's about 500 and 400 men remaining respectively. And now what we have to do is just simply close the game, and then it will go ahead and jump back into it and start up CK3. Normally when you're doing this, CK3 is just like suspended in the background, so just not playing to avoid with the performance. Then all you have to do is go over here. You have to load up the Crusader battle tag right there. Click load, and then that should bring you back in. Again, it's not quite as seamless at the moment as the Crusader Bannerlord mod. However, I'm sure it will get there later on down the line. And there you go. Boom, the battle has been decided. You can see it as a victory. You can see we actually did gain a couple extra soldiers back with it, which is kind of nice, I guess, kind of less casualties, and they got absolutely smashed. And then if we click play, you can see the battle again does continue because of this, but all we have to do to fight this one, again, we could adjust any settings we wanted to, and then just click start battle again and fight this next one, which just come up. But you can see the other forces did get broken and sent. So as you can see, this mod is in an absolutely amazing state considering it has just launched. It's a really impressive what they have done, and as of right now, I'll go ahead and let you guys know all the features, all the planned features, and you can of course find this stuff in their Discord, which again will be linked down below in the description. So as of right now, we have units mapped out from 867 to the 13th century. So again, you'll be able to use 1212 for more later period battles, and I believe there are already some other mods for the earlier periods which aren't 1212. I think Anno Domino, which is a Total War Attila mod, has also started doing some stuff for the earlier period. There are also battle results that have been translated, which you guys have seen. There's levy conversions, which you can mess around with. The weather and terrain system. So again, if you're fighting on a hilly battlefield in CK3, that will translate into Attila. Same with the weather, if it's raining or whatever, that will also translate. We also have the knight system. So as you guys saw, we had more knights added in with a special bodyguard unit, and also they currently have the command system as well. So the higher your marshal is as a character in the game, the higher experience your army will be, which is again, I guess, a nice way of showing that. And in the future, they're planning on adding in siege battles. So siege battles unfortunately aren't quite in, but I think there'll be a lot of fun when they do finally add them in. We're also having banners as well to represent each of the factions. Again, that's just a little bit of flavoring, but I think will go a very nice way. More traits affecting battles. Again, that'll be pretty exciting. They've put down an example of having the forder trait. If you're fighting on the river, you should have an advantage. So kind of representing and kind of bridging that gap between the two games to be more seamless, I think will be amazing. And then finally, they also want to add in more late period units, such as the higher tier units from 1212 AD with the 13th and 14th century dates. Oh, and also as well, we want to try and make it compatible with the Fallen Eagle mod, which is a massive, amazing overhaul for CK3, which takes you into the fall of the Roman empires. They have so many cool systems, and that would be very cool. Which again brings you on to another point. Just think of the possibilities with this mod. Imagine Crusader Kings 3 Game of Thrones with the Seven Kingdoms mod for Total War. I know someone else took control of it and whatever, but imagine that. Like, that is a possibility that we could see. There is a amazing Total War Attila Seven Kingdoms mod. That would be so cool inside of the Game of Thrones mod. So many unique units, characters. Oh, that'd be beautiful. On top of that, think the Dawnless Days Lord of the Rings mod for Total War Attila coupled with the Lord of the Rings mod for CK3. That would be such a seamless and amazing combination. Again, that's, I can only assume, a lot of work, mapping out all them units and kind of sorting the systems out, but it's definitely a possibility, and this is an extremely bright future for this mod. So make sure you go over to their Discord, show them some love, let them know that they're doing an awesome job, because stuff like this, as a child, I dreamed about, and the fact that it is being made a reality is just so awesome, and that's all I can say. If you guys want to see more content on this mod on the channel, do let me know down below in the comments. I'd be happy to do some live streams or some more videos. Don't forget to drop a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.